Hello, Iron Bill, back again with another video, and tonight I'd like to show you a part of the Harbinger mission I didn't show the other night. I showed you the final fight, but I didn't show you the big fight right before that. And I thought this one was a tough fight, solo, because it's a big arena. Well, not a big arena, but it's a circular arena without a lot of clear cover. And if you're not careful about the way you do this, or disrespect it, or the enemies, or you don't carry the proper elements, or don't load up your gear right, this can be a tough fight. And in this particular case, I had done this a couple of tries, and I popped my I decided to hold on to my super and pop it in that area so I could clear out a corner. What I needed to do was get roughly 20 to 30% of the enemies down, so I had some room to breathe, and I could start working on the rest of the enemies. And there are a few places that you can go that are fairly safe, but you can't just stay there without being pressed. And you have to be mindful of flipping back and forth here two directions. And something else that you'll notice is that the enemies will do that. They'll just suddenly appear somewhere. And you will not AFK this area, because something will just instantly pop out of nowhere and kill you. Now, what's important to remember is that I'm running True Prophecy because of the unstoppable hand cannon rounds that it's capable of, and you must mod that up on your arms. You must set that up. I'm running the Hardlight because I have some enemies that have both solar and arc damage, I believe, in this fight. I think that's right. And then I have my sword for void. That was the compromise I came up with. Now, the big thing here is when you hear these spawns, you always want to watch for the snipers first. That is, they will kill you faster than anything, because they take the high ground and they will be all over the place. After that, the unstoppable enemies are pretty tough, and then of course these captains, these shielded captains, are pretty tough. And I'm just sitting here waiting. I don't recall what. It's been a couple of days now. I might have even been waiting for my super to pop up. No, actually, I was just waiting for them to stop doing that. Because I wanted to pop a grenade on them, get them stunned, so I could come out with a sword and finish them off. That's what I was waiting on. And you can see how easily, I mean, just a few hits, boom, you're gone. The mistake that I made here, though, was that my chest piece was not set up for solar and concussive damage. That would have made this a lot easier, because a lot of the damage that's coming at me here is solar. You see that? Now, the True Prophecy will take them down in about 4 or 5 shots if you headshot. But they can kill you in just about as many hits, so you've got to be super, super careful. And don't hang in for that last shot. You know, it may feel like you can just hang in there for one more shot. If you do, you'll die. You know, you've got to learn in this mission, if you're doing it solo, make use of your cover. There's 3 hits right there. One more hit and I'm done. And I just about played it too hard there. My shield probably took a little bit of that blast for me. I'm set up now. Anyway, that's pretty much the way the fight goes. If you're patient, you can do this. You just need to get it peeled down. And what'll happen in one round is you'll have one unstoppable champion that you have to beat, and the next time they pop up, there'll be 2. And it's easier if you can get them strung apart from one another. If they stack up on one another, you're going to have all kinds of trouble with them. If you don't have a super or something like that to help freeze them. Yeah, see, there he is on the side. And they've got me kind of in a bad spot here. Oh, and by the way, I would also run higher recovery and resistance on the Titan for this. I mean, if you can, that's what I would do. I'm just trying to find the sweet spot there. There we go. That'll help a lot. Alright, since there's really not much more to describe here, I'm going to let this play out, but I'm also going to... Oh, sorry, I'm going to talk about some other things while this is going. Oh man, I'm still trying to get a console, and I haven't talked about that for a while, but PS5s dropped in droves today. Best Buy, GameStop, and Walmart all dropped, and I got to tell you, the bots are winning the fight. I'd heard in Europe and UK that they had a big drop yesterday, and 2,000 PS5s were dropped, and every one of them, just about every one of them, went to bots. There's a bot producer that is bragging about snagging 2,000 PlayStations yesterday in the UK. I'm sorry, that's wrong. You know, at first I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but it's becoming a deal. You know, we are 2 months past the launch of the system, and you can't buy one. and something's seriously wrong. And yeah, you know, supplies are down because the components necessary to make them are in short supply. That's the root cause of this. But scalpers are really, you know, making this a bad deal for anyone who's trying to legitimately earn one of these. Now, there's one of the Unstoppable Phalanxes that you've got to get under control. And you cannot stomp him down first try with this falling guillotine, trust me. Yeah, you might the second time, but it's close. I have not tried the Lament in here, but I needed to run the Hardlight, so I couldn't go exotic, and that's why I went that way. Now again, I've got my super. I need... The witches here are key. You got to get at least one of them down. You know, you've got to get them down. Now it may mean that I come in here with the sword and finish it off. Because if you don't, you're going to have all these enemies that you're going to have to deal with that'll just swarm you. When you get a chance to get one separated and killed, do it. Now, there are typically two of them, but if you're going to get at least one of them down, you're in a lot better shape. And you saw how I just stomped in there with a sword right away. But that Unstoppable is on me just like that. And you don't even wait. If you don't have... Oh, excuse me, that was the witch. If you don't have the solar shield on and a concussive dampener, it's going to be bad. I saw the champion running in there and decided it was time to bug out, and look at that, just about went. Hardlight is not super good for this. Now I stunned him so I would have an opportunity to separate from him and get that witch. I see the witch, but I've got a champion in both directions, and here he comes. I cannot wait. I've got to go over and get this guy right now. As a solo player, you got to pick your point where you go for it and when you hold back. And at this point, I've got all kinds of enemies. I do have a grenade, so I'm going to pop that, and that's going to just make it right here. That was probably one of the make or break moments. I got him stunned again. Now I got to get out of here, because if I don't, his buddy will join him and I'm done. Best to get over here and recover. Don't stop for that extra shot, because you have to hesitate for a second to get to prime that unstoppable shot, which is right there, and I stunned him. Now I'm pretty far away, which is kind of a bad deal, but I'm going to try to... I've tried to get him most of the way down. Stunned him. That does it. And I don't know what I'm doing there. Didn't switch fast enough. So I've got it down to one champion. And I might actually pull it off at this point. I'd been frustrated because I couldn't quite find the rhythm of this fight, especially with the snipers. But yeah, it eventually came out. And this one, now that I understand how the fight goes, this is a much easier fight. All right, anything else I would want to add on here before this ends, which will be here in just a moment. Again, with the PlayStations, I'm frustrated. I don't know that it's even possible to get one at this point. I'm seriously thinking about going back to the Xbox and just doing that, because that is not quite as hard to get. And I'm actually thinking something else too. It occurs to me that if I go for the digital edition of the PlayStation, I would be in it for about $300, $400. I could pick up an Xbox Series S, which is really not hard to find, and for $300, and I'd basically be in it for the cost of a bundle of a PS5. And you know what? I'd have both systems, and that wouldn't be so bad. I think I might actually do that. That offers me some cross-platform capability between the PC and the Xbox. I could use the controllers. I actually like that idea a lot, and I think that may be an avenue I pursue. So anyway, that pretty much is going to be the end of this video. You see I'm following the crow, but I just wanted to show you that fight, so I'm going to stop it there. I want to thank you a lot for watching, and I have a special thing here. I have a student in one of my classes. I cannot name him. You know, law permits me from doing that, but he's going to be watching, and he's going to be wanting to see his outro tonight. So here it comes. Thank you so much for watching.